It's a prehistoric beast that has walked the Earth for millions of years. Weighing more than 1,000 kilograms, it is seemingly invincible. But it has its flaws, and these have been ruthlessly exploited. In East Africa, the race is now on to save the black rhino from almost certain extinction. Like a convulsion rising more than 2,000 meters out of the Earth, it towers over the Central African Plateau in Tanzania. This is a place where eagles soar and wild animals line the roadside. The range over its rim climbs into the clouds above Lake Manyara. And just when you think you can't go any higher, the Earth opens before you to reveal the magnificent Ngorongoro crater. Formed 2.5 million years ago, Ngorongoro is today a world-famous game reserve sustained by the permanent water on the crater floor. Being on the escarpment of the Great Rift Valley, all year round, clouds pour over one side of the crater, dropping rain into the caldera. On the south side of the rim, there is a lush montane forest. On the northern side, it is arid. In the crater, the vistas are nothing short of spectacular. The same can be said of some of the old elephants. About 50 elephants live in the crater, and like most animals here, they don't leave because there is more than enough food and water to sustain them all year. In the Lorai forest on the floor, there are olive baboons, a species commonly found in this area. There are crowned cranes with their remarkable headgear. Pratincoles, grey-headed gulls and herons feed alongside the waterways. Remarkably, even though they're far from the wet lowlands, hippos have crossed the rim of Ngorongoro to live in the crater lakes. Each herd is controlled by a dominant male that has fought for his place. He has the right to mate with the females. Amongst the many antelope in the crater are large herds of Thomson's gazelle that stand no more than 60 centimeters at the shoulder, and Grant's gazelles. An East African hartebeest called Koch's hartebeest is also found here. They all have to be careful though, because shadows in the grass watch them constantly. About 100 lions in a number of different prides live in Ngorongoro. With so many animals to choose from and no easy escape from the caldera, life is easy for them. This is one of the few places in Africa where lions regularly hunt during the day. Ngorongoro has more predators than any other area in the wild. But the rarest of all animals in the crater is undoubtedly the black rhino. This is the Mekelle subspecies that is only found in East Africa. The most obvious difference between Mekelle and the black rhinos found in southern Africa are the rib-like markings on the sides of its body. These markings are caused by folds on the animal's skin and not protruding ribs. In the early 1960s, there were more than 100 Mekelle rhinos in the Ngorongoro crater. Rampant poaching in the 70s and the 80s changed all that. In response to an insatiable demand for rhino horn in the Far East, rhinos were slaughtered across the continent. It was easy for the poachers. All rhinos are very short-sighted, and providing you're downwind and quiet, they can be easily approached. A couple of shots from an automatic rifle completes the crime. Between 1970 and 1980, East Africa lost 90% of its black rhinos through poaching. In the Ngorongoro crater, the rhino population dropped from 100...